All eyes on me, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well, friend. I really do hope that. Out you go, you little ruddy kitty. Okay. Right. Yes. Usually at this point, I'd start filming again, but let's just keep going. We keep going. The show goes on. We are speaking about a lot of things, or a few things in today's Chelsea news, or shall I say the second video of today of Chelsea news. Of course, multiple videos a day here on Football Therapy. These are all courtesy of our friend Nizar Kinsella, aka Naz of the Evening Standard, writing about Pochettino starting, confirmed date, what's going on in pre-season, Chelsea identifying their Mason Mount replacement, and Chelsea negotiating Pulisic bid, or, you know, as in from AC Milan, of course, as we speak, possibly even done. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is having his medical over there. Lots to get into. Thank you for liking the video. Let's just do it. Alright then, so why not okay, I will learn to speak English. Hold on, let me just take a deep breath. I can talk. I'm a grown up and I can speak English. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is undergoing a medical as Milan line up a Christian Pulisic bid. Of course, like I said, all these articles coming from Kinsella. Great journalist. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in Italy to finalise his £17 million move from Chelsea to AC Milan. The 27-year-old is due to undergo his medical in Milan on Thursday. Well, that's today! And his departure from Chelsea is expected to be confirmed this week, which I suppose is today or tomorrow. Chelsea will receive an initial £14 million for Loftus-Cheek with a further £3 million in performance-related add-ons. Not too bad, we all can agree, considering Loftus-Cheek has been at Chelsea ever since he was 8, but hopes this is another resurrect his career. Look, with Loftus-Cheek, he is 27. This is a make or break time in a footballer's career. This is a, you know, all right, mate, but you wanted to go out, you silly little cat. You know, when it was saying Callum Hudson-Odoi trying to resurrect his career at 22 years old, 5 years younger, it makes you think a little bit, well, come on, he's still a kid, you know what I mean? But Loftus-Cheek, it is kind of make or break. Anyway, this seems like a done deal. I don't think this probably will be done within the soft deadline. So Chelsea are making moves before the 30th. Do you want to say hi to the people? Sell Loftus-Cheek and sell Pulisic to Milan. The soft deadline of the 30th of this month, so they could basically squeeze everything into the previous financial period. They've got revenue then from, of course, Mendy, Ziyech, and Koulibaly all going to Saudi Arabia. Kai Havertz, a substantial fee, going to Arsenal. Kovacic going to City. Mount won't get done before tomorrow, I don't think, but that's okay. They probably weren't accounting for that needing to be done. And then Loftus-Cheek with an extra 17 million or 14 million up front. That is good. And a lot of those players are high earners and have big wages on the books. So that's pretty good going in terms of like getting them out before the soft deadline. Well done, Chelsea. Milan will next target Christian Pulisic, but the Serie A Giants will not pay more than £17 million for the winger who's just got 1 year left on his contract at Stamford Bridge. Of course, Chelsea, Naz references the other sales. He also references the fact how he signed Angelo Gabriel yesterday or the day before. Right. Pulisic for £17 million, so 20 million euros. What do we think? Bearing in mind, he's not succeeded at Chelsea. Not all down to him, injuries and misuse and whatever, all the other stuff you throw at him. 1 year left on his deal. He'll be on very high wages as well, by the way. 20 million euros? I'm pretty sure we'll go for that. Would you go for that? Let me know in the comments below. A lot of us who still have faith in Pulisic, and I do to a degree, I know he plays well for his country and stuff, will think, wow, 20 million euros is a snip for the buying club. But you got to remember, the length of contract and everything in between. So I'm really interested. Some people will feel like, no, we got to keep him or ask for more. But I think most people would be like, yeah, fine. 20 million. Who knows? Maybe like, I know he'll need to do a medical as well. I don't know where Pulisic is, but you'd think maybe like, God, it's sweaty in here. I'm gonna wear my hat like a rude boy. You think like, if we can get him over to Milan and get it done, deal them really, really quickly and say, sod it, 20 million euros, bang, 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 let's go. And then not only can they get Ruben, well, they can get both of them done on the soft deadline, and that's nearly like 40 million euros, including Ruben's add-ons. So I'd be interested to learn what you think about that. Right, next article. Chelsea identify Gabri Veiga as Mason Mount replacement ahead of fresh Manchester United talks. Yes, it looks like the end could be upon us with Mason Mount. We can do one last post-mortem when that happens, but I'm just too exhausted to do that now. Because I've spoken about it so much. Gabri Veiga, of course, the Celta Vigo midfielder, very high productivity output. Kind of similar to Mason Mount in that sense, like a sort of attacking midfielder. Chelsea feel like they can replace Mason Mount with other cheaper options that would take much less wages. And to a degree, that's true. That still, rejects the idea of the culture and the sort of dedication, and still the level of Mason Mount, which is very, very high. But Gabri Veiga, he's been linked with other clubs. Man City, I think, have been also linked with him. So the Blues have started internal discussions about replacements for Mount as they prepare for more talks with United over this week for his proposed move to Old Trafford. Also, Gabri Veiga, you can imagine, would be happy to sort of play second fiddle to Christopher Nkunku. I don't know if he plays that high up as like a number 10. I know he's a very offensive player, so maybe he would. I don't know his full. I thought he was more of a number 8, but maybe I'm wrong. Whereas Mason Mount, of course, wouldn't. Gabri Veiga coming to the big shiny Premier League, the shiny lights of Southwest London, the big club and crest of Chelsea. He wouldn't expect to start over Nkunku, so maybe he is more appropriate to be that kind of profile of player. United had their latest offer for Mason Mount, 55 million rejected. Chelsea have said, look, do 65, and they said, no, there is a wiggle room. This deal's going to happen. But they hope to negotiate with Chelsea around the structure of the payments. Mount is keen to join United and ready to walk away from Chelsea for free. Chelsea's initial plan was to sign one defensive midfielder this summer to play alongside Enzo Fernandez, and Brighton's Moises Caicedo remains their primary target. Again, going by headlines and rumours and murmurs, you kind of put the farm and Caicedo signing for Chelsea at the moment, you'd bet your bottom dollar on it, would you? I would. But the success of their clear out of unwanted players mean Chelsea have also opened to signing an attacking midfielder. Veiga is their top target for that position, and the 21-year-old has a release clause of £34.6 million. The Spain under-21 international has been sounded out over a move, and there is space for Chelsea squad. Yeah, there is space. All these players are gone, and the players that are released, and, the other players to go, like Aubameyang and the aforementioned Pulisic. Fucking cat, man. And the aforementioned Pulisic and stuff, and there's others, and Hudson-Odoi as well. Once they are all gone, our squad isn't actually that big anymore. We've gone from like a ridiculous squad to like, whoa, what's happened? I mean, the right winger scenario is an issue, but like we said, Nicholas Jackson is bought. Matt Law said on the London is Blue podcast, he's been purchased to play as a striker. So he'll play down the middle, but he's a winger converted striker. So he'll have no issue moving out wide if Bria starts or Bria comes off the bench, and we'll have maybe more options to go on the right hand side other than just Noni Madueke. But Raheem Sterling can play out wide as well. And by the way, shout out Sterling, he's gone Super Saiyan training mode in the summer, which I really endorse. Clearly Sterling is like, well, what I think has happened to him is, I'm 28 years old, I've won loads of stuff at City, they've just won the treble this season, like I left. The season, when did we buy Sterling? Yeah, of course. I was like, when did we buy Sterling? I had like a thought there we bought him the same year as Lukaku, but we didn't, of course. So I'll be thinking, look, I left City, I had a terrible season, and they won the treble. I'm not done yet. I've played at the highest level for a long time. I'm in my prime. I'm gonna, initiate Rocky training scene. And I got no issue with a very, well, what will be our highest earner on the club by a long shot, by the way, in Raheem Sterling. Now Koulibaly's gone. Hopefully Romelu Lukaku will eventually go at some point in this window. And they're like, you know, two of the highest earners. Now it's just Sterling at 300k. And then I think there's a massive drop off to, you know, maybe like a Reece James or something at 200k or something. And then there's loads of players on less than 100, like Enzo's on 100, Mudryk's on 90. So, you know, it's substantial. So for our top earner, for him to come back determined and in like, you know, lethal shape, then yeah, I'm here for it, man. Show us who you can become. Anyway, of course, we've seen Havertz and Kovacic go. Midfielders going left, right, and centre. Loftus-Cheek going as well. Conor Gallagher, I think, will probably stay, especially in the wake of Mount going. And he does... Whatever your opinion on Conor Gallagher is, he is a Maurizio Pochettino type player. So, yeah. And, of course, it goes on to talk about Nicholas Jackson. There's a video footage of Ruben Loftus-Cheek arriving in Milan for his medical. Lovely, lovely stuff. Right. Let me know what you think of Gabri Veiga. We have done a video on him before. He's got good offensive output in La Liga, like his XG or no, his like conversion rate or his shots on target. One of those metrics are very, very high. Actually, he leads the way in one of the metrics, and I forget, despite him being a midfielder, and he's only 21. Chelsea, of course, will try and not pay the release clause. They'll try and pay a transfer fee, but like maybe a high one, or maybe like the release clause in our favourite installments. Can we pay it in installments over the next 30 years, please? Yeah, let me know what you think. Is this a good signing? Guys, I'm really sorry I'm opening and closing this door every 2 minutes, but I've got a cat wailing at me. What do you want? Because you can't have food. I'm not going to keep letting you in and out, you silly sod. Yeah, is Gabri Veiga a good move? Let me know. I'll be very interested in learning your thoughts, and I defer to all your superior knowledge. Right. Maurizio Pochettino, where is he? What is he doing? But we're about to, or I should say, we are about to find out. Maurizio Pochettino's start date confirmed ahead of pre-season unveiling. Poch will start work at Chelsea on Monday after the weekend. That would feel good, isn't it? Amidst all this like stories of transfers, exodus, you know, Mason Mount saga, selling to rivals with, you know, Mount, Kovacic, and Havertz to like, you know, all top four rivals. It's been an emotional journey, you know. It's been a hard one to stomach for many, even if it's been a necessary evil. It's been tough. It's been an emotional journey, man, you know, and we've got to move through it. We have to penetrate through the hard ice of adversity and come out warm. I really was thinking Shawshank then, but I couldn't make it work. So despite all this stuff going on, seeing the new gaffer, doing a press conference, do you know what I mean? Like having an interview, just hearing his voice, you know, the dulcet tones that in the broken English for the Spanish accent, we used to think, not bad, Tottenham manager. You're ours now. So now you're the deity of Chelsea. But it would be a feel-good thing. Like, okay, we've got a manager. He knows what he wants to do. Pre-season has started. A group of first-team players will return to Cobham next week, including Breuer, who is fit again. And those who did not play in the June internationals, which I think will be like Sterling as well. Sterling and others. And Chile. They are likely to be joined, and Reece James. They're likely to be joined by some players from the under-21 squad. This is normal because it's like bulks out the squad. Do you know what I mean? International players have been giving their own individual return dates. Yeah, I think Lukaku fortunately played for Belgium a little bit, so he won't come back and stink the place up early doors with his negative attitude. Chelsea are set to fly out to Raleigh, North Carolina on July the 17th. Wow, it's not that far away. Have a training session the following day and facing Wrexham. You know, the Hollywood team Wrexham on July the 19th. While based in Philadelphia, they face Brighton, Newcastle and Fulham. And Chelsea conclude with a final match against Borussia Dortmund in Chicago. We're playing I'm really mindful that we don't burn out and, you know, and The last preseason in America was such a disaster, and it ended up screwing us up big time. So I'm really, really mindful that we, even though we're going flying all over the gaff, make it an exercise of getting to know each other. Don't have too much of a big squad, and like really all sort of nail your colours to the mast. Remember Tuchel did those meetings, who wants to be here, who doesn't, and then he played the people who doesn't, and he froze out the people who did, and he really messed up with that. So I'm hopeful this starting day, it's a good opportunity for just really to knuckle down and think, you know what? People know it can only get better. No European football, new talent, young talent, settled talent. A coach, I liked Graham Potter, but now we've got a coach from South America. There are no different cultures, that speaks French, that speaks Spanish. They can engage with more players, that has experience in the Premier League, but experience in other, leagues as well. Of course, he's coached in La Liga. If we sign like Vega, he can talk to him and, and bond over stuff like that. Little things like that. It's important. I'm really hopeful that we just get it right this time and just really focus from the off. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to talk about those 3 articles and sort of end on the Poch feel-good factor that should arrive imminently. Let me know what you think, guys. Mount replacement, all the other stuff I've spoken about, Poch, Pulisic, Ruben. Very keen to read your comments as always, and I'm thankful for them, as I am thankful for your likes. Sorry if this video has been a bit fragmented with me opening and closing the door, but the cat, she is being very needy. I don't think she understands I'm filming a video and talking to you guys. I'll show you where she is now, just for context. She is laying under my monitor. Can you see that? I'm just not focusing. Anyway, I'm going to keep it locked, turn the bell on. I'll see you very soon. Peace.